video is created solely for informational and educational purposes and does not promote, endorse, or encourage any illegal, harmful, or unethical activities.
From a silent hunter in the jungle to a $10,000 luxury jacket. Each scale tells a different story of evolution, strength, and survival. This is the hidden journey of snake leather, captured, transported, and engineered into pure status. Stay to the end to see the finished jacket under showroom lights. Our story begins far from any boutique, in a remote, humid jungle.
These snakes are prized for their unique skin patterns and dense, durable structure.
And every specimen that is taken from this habitat is carefully monitored and recorded. Only trained and licensed teams are allowed to approach and capture them. Specialized tools are prepared to protect both the animal and the handlers. In this line of work, experience and patience matter at every step.
The moment of first visual contact is critical and never rushed. Sudden movements are avoided to reduce stress and prevent dangerous reactions.
Here, precision and technique deliberately replace force and panic.
The operational goal is simple: complete the capture with zero harm.
Containment is designed to be humane, controlled, and compliant with regulations. Once secured in its crate, a detailed tracking process immediately begins. Each animal receives a unique identity that follows it through the entire supply chain.
Legal documentation is mandatory, linking every movement to specific permits.
On-site processing begins here, at temporary outposts near the capture zones.
Weight, size, and condition are recorded before any transport is approved.
Once approved, preparation for the first stage of transport quietly follows.
Transport vehicles are built and outfitted to meet strict animal welfare standards.
Airflow and temperature are carefully controlled to minimize stress and risk.
Every crate is tightly secured, so movement inside the vehicle stays minimal.
With a final check, the long journey from the jungle officially begins.
It leaves the wilderness behind, following routes carved between remote communities. Weather and terrain remain unpredictable, adding complexity to every trip.
Gradually, dirt and foliage give way to asphalt and signage, hinting at industry ahead.
The supply chain expands here, connecting remote ecosystems to global markets.
The moment the vehicle stops, its arrival is logged in multiple internal systems.
Continuous traceability is maintained, so each shipment can be audited.
As the crates enter the building, the next controlled phase of the process begins.
From the outside, it appears as a standard industrial facility dedicated to materials.
Inside, raw biological origins give way to organized mechanical transformation.
Here, the jungle phase ends, and the material phase of the journey begins.
Specialists evaluate quality visually, searching for scars, tears, and irregularities.
Length and width determine which products the material can ultimately become.
At this stage, only carefully preserved skins remain, separated from the living animal. Symmetry in the scale pattern significantly increases perceived value. Not every skin qualifies. Imperfect pieces are downgraded or removed from premium lines.
Only premium-grade material proceeds into the main processing workflow. Large washing drums remove remaining natural residues in controlled cycles.
Gentle, consistent motion preserves the structure of the fibers while cleaning.
Rehydration tanks restore moisture, giving the material controlled flexibility.
Under supervision, fibers relax and adapt to the conditions set by the tannery.
Flattening begins on stretching frames, removing unwanted folds and waves.
Powerful presses help define a uniform shape, which is critical for later cutting.
Mechanical staking increases softness, making the material more wearable and comfortable.
This process translates directly into comfort when the leather becomes a garment.
Precision at this stage is measured in microns, defining how light or heavy the final product feels. Digital gauges confirm consistency, ensuring each panel behaves predictably in production.
Controlled dyeing enhances natural patterns rather than hiding them under heavy color. The finish is designed to look rich while staying visually honest to the original texture.
In drying tunnels, curing locks the color and finish into the material.
Environmental conditions are constantly monitored to avoid cracks, warping, or discoloration. Polishing refines surface texture, balancing natural grain with a controlled sheen. True luxury often appears subtle, revealing itself in controlled highlights and depth.
Different markets request different looks, from muted matte to high-gloss statement pieces.
Quality control repeats here, catching flaws before they move deeper into production.
Durability is tested manually, simulating years of bending and movement in daily wear.
Uniform color across batches matters for brands that demand repeatable collections.
Only the best performing batches receive approval for high-end fashion use.
Python snakeskins bundled neatly by batch, labeled tags attached, placed on rolling racks. From this point
in storage, the material waits for design teams to translate it into specific products.
Design begins the transformation from raw material to recognizable fashion.
Each skin is mapped digitally, so every scale can be placed with intention.
Patterns are engineered in CAD to balance aesthetics, fit, and efficient use of material.
Prime regions of the skin are prioritized for the most visible parts of the garment.
Smart layout reduces waste, protecting both material value and overall cost.
Laser cutting delivers near-perfect accuracy along every curve and seam line.
There is almost no room for error when each skin has such high value.
Once the plan is locked, automated cutting systems begin their work.
Even with automation, human judgment remains essential for the final refinements.
Edges are thinned so seams remain smooth and comfortable when worn.
Excess bulk is eliminated to keep the jacket sleek instead of rigid.
Interior linings are cut in parallel because inside comfort also defines quality.
Every component, from zipper teeth to snaps, is pre-tested before assembly.
Every component, from zipper teeth to snaps, is pre-tested before assembly.
Here, practical function is merged with the visual language of design.
Specialized machines protect the leather from stretching, tearing, or scarring.
Balance between front and back panels is critical for a natural drape.
With each seam, the flat pattern gradually takes on the form of a jacket.
Sleeve insertion is carefully controlled to preserve fit and mobility.
Details like the collar help define what feels like genuine luxury.
A tailored lining is engineered to add comfort without adding bulk.
Closing the hem helps lock the overall structure into its final form.
Hardware must align perfectly so the zipper can move smoothly and reliably.
This reveal moment shows the transition from separate pieces to a single garment. Edges receive hand finishing to seal, protect, and visually refine every line.
Drying time is respected because patience here directly affects long-term durability. Brand identity is applied carefully, signaling origin without overpowering the design.
Smooth zipper operation is treated as mandatory, not optional.
A final protective layer is added to shield the leather from everyday wear.
Steam pressing sharpens the silhouette and sets the intended shape.
On heated forms, luxury takes its final three-dimensional shape. Under intense light, any visible defect is flagged and removed from premium stock.
Stitch alignment is examined so symmetry and rhythm stay consistent.
Scale flow across panels must look continuous and intentional.
Every small detail is confirmed before the piece is allowed to move forward.
An approval tag signals that this jacket has passed all internal standards.
Its final price reflects not just rarity, but also the layered complexity of its journey.
Protective garment bags preserve the piece during storage and transport.
Branded boxes prepare the product for display in boutiques worldwide.
From here, shipments travel to elite markets scattered across major cities.
On the sales floor, the jacket is framed as an object of aspiration.
Rotating gently under the light, this is presented as the final, finished product.
Even now, the original patterns of nature remain clearly visible. A carefully curated environment elevates the perceived value of each item. Controlled scarcity and limited production help define the high price of such pieces.
Yet only a few ever witness the full process behind this quiet luxury. From jungle predator to a $10,000 jacket, this is the hidden path of exotic luxury.